I woke up in the middle of the night.
Good morning. I don't know if you can hear the rain on the windscreen, but it is a cozy, rainy kind of day. And when you're watching this, it will officially be the 1st of September. And I feel like that gives us permission to start officially thinking about, talking about, and embracing all things autumn. I think it's no secret that I am such an autumn winter kind of girl. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I really think it's something to do with living in and growing up in England. Our summers are not the most reliable. We don't really know if or when we're going to get sunshine, if we're going to get warm weather. Whereas one thing that England definitely does well is autumn and winter. We're always going to get the cozy rainy days, the frosty crisp mornings, the longer darker evenings, the leaves changing, and all of just the cold coziness. We can always rely on that. So I just think there's something about that that makes autumn and winter so comforting and nostalgic and cozy and just honestly my favourite. I love embracing all things autumn, as we probably know by now. So we are actually in the Cotswolds at the moment and talking about all things nostalgic. Now, I am not much of a Starbucks girl. I'm not really much of a coffee kind of girl on the whole, but there is an exception that I will always make to that rule, and that is for my seasonal coffees. There is just something so nostalgic and something I love so much about a seasonal coffee. I must say this every year, but a really fond memory for me when we're talking sort of later in the year, we're now onto winter, and I'm about to utter the word Christmas, so I'm sorry to anyone that upsets, but my mum and I, when we do our Christmas shopping, always treat ourselves to a gingerbread latte. And I think that really started my love for like a festive or seasonal coffee. So with it being September the 1st for you and September for me in a couple of days, I thought we should go and get our very first pumpkin spice latte of the season. Now, Starbucks is actually pretty hard to come by in the Cotswolds. There are not too many of them, but there is a Starbucks on the big Burford roundabout. So if you are ever going to the Burford Garden Centre, or if you're planning an autumn trip to the Burford Garden Centre, then you can get your pumpkin spice latte from the Starbucks right on the Big Island. Let's go and get my coffee and then we can sit and chat about the plans for the next couple of days. We have got a single shot blonde roast almond pumpkin spice latte with one pump of the pumpkin spice and the vegan whipped topping and the pumpkin like crumble that goes on top. It's so good. For me, you cannot go wrong with treating yourself to a pumpkin spice latte. For the start of autumn, to signify the start of autumn. It just really sets the tone, and now I feel really in the mood to do some autumn shopping today, which is exactly what we've got planned. As you know, I am partial to a little bit of autumn decorating, which is actually what we're going to do in next week's video. I'll do a big haul of all my autumn bits that I have at home, and hopefully some bits that we pick up today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to decorate my house back in Cheshire for the autumn season, which I'm so excited for. But the plan for today and tomorrow is basically just to do what we do best and potter around the Cotswolds, go to a few different kind of home interior shops and just see if they have their autumn bits out, see if I can get any inspiration, whether I can pick up any lovely little new bits, because I think that's always nice. It just gives a kind of fresh lease of life to my house and just makes it feel that extra bit cozy. We're also going to one of the absolute best pubs in the whole of the Cotswolds for lunch later, for a late lunch, and that's the plan for today. Tomorrow we are actually going to Bath, which is where I went to university. I went to the University of Bath, but I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But we're just having a bit of a girly shopping day in Bath, and then visiting probably really up there with one of my favourite villages in the whole of the Cotswolds tomorrow as well. But let's get back to today. I am going to take my coffee and I am going to pop just down the road to the At Home with the Rudds, which they have in Burford. They have one in Burford and one in Broadway. I don't know whether they're anywhere else, but they are such gorgeous interior shops, and we actually went there. I took you with me a couple of weeks ago, but it felt a little bit early to be embracing all things autumn, whereas today it is the perfect time. pulled in at a bakery on the way home to pick up a cake for mum. I think it's like a custard blueberry brioche kind of bun. It's the sort of thing that she'll like, because we've got lunch later, but as I mentioned, it's a very late lunch, so I just thought coffee and cake. I think that she'll appreciate that. So I grabbed that, and I've just actually pulled up at Daylesford, but I'm not going to show you too much of Daylesford today because I think we might all be getting a bit bored of Daylesford because I'm always here. But I usually order my Daylesford bits on Ocado when I'm at home, and I was driving past, so I just thought I should quickly run in and get the bits that I want to take home with me later this week. But if they do have anything autumnal in there, if they've switched to their autumnal kind of displays, I will of course show you. Did do a little bit of shopping this morning. There's a few bits and pieces in the car. I think I will save a proper sort of like haul of everything I've got for next week's video when we do the whole decorating for autumn thing. But one thing that I will show you this afternoon, very unexpected, I bought a chair. I was in one of the antique shops that we went to this morning, and I saw this little chair, and it was actually under a whole pile of things. I just saw it sitting there, and you know when you just love something, I just saw it, and something about it I just loved so much, and what they wanted for it was actually very reasonable, so I ended up buying a chair. I don't really know where it's going, I don't know what I'm doing with it, I can't say that I need it. I just loved it, and I think sometimes it's okay to buy things just because they make us happy. But what did dawn on me very quickly as the guy was putting the chair in the boot, I don't know if you can see any of it in the back there, was that I've never bought anything antique that's fabric, and I had a sudden panic about bed bugs. How would I possibly know if there were any bed bugs or anything like that, because it is a very old chair. So I've done an emergency trip to kind of like a garden centre place, and I picked up some bed bug spray. So the plan for this afternoon is I'm going to get the chair out into my parents' garage, I'm going to give it a really good spray, give it a bit of a wash, try and hoover it, try and kind of clean it up as best I can before I take it back to Manchester. I'll show you the chair when we get home later. It's a little bit quirky, it's very country cottage, and I just adore it, so I'll show you that later. But for now I'm going to quickly run into Daylesford, and then we can get home and start trying to clean up this chair. This is the chair that I got from one of the antique shops today. It's actually quite heavy. I just saw this and instantly loved it. I love the fabric, I love the flowers on it, I love the chair itself. And like I was saying earlier, it was a really good price, so I just couldn't leave it there. Longer term, it probably needs a little bit more TLC as well, because there's a few sort of like balls and things like that. But I'm so happy with it. Also, I'm wearing my dad's big t-shirt because this will probably be a bit of a messy job. So let's get going. This is my first time wearing my new wellies. It's the first day that's really needed them, but they are so comfortable and so warm. Okay, we are back in the car. I feel like we're always in this car, especially when we're in the Cotswolds. That is one thing actually about living in the Cotswolds, is you do have to drive everywhere, so it can feel like you're always in the car. But I am changed back into what I was wearing this morning, freshened up a little bit. We had a good go at cleaning up that chair, and we've got it to a point where at least I think it's clean, and hopefully any sort of bug, flea, anything like that is very much gone, because we used all the spray, we used the washing machine on it. So I've given it a thorough clean, and that's ready to come back up to Cheshire with me. And then we took the dogs for a lovely long walk. And now our reward is we have got lunch this afternoon. I say this afternoon, it's kind of like a very, very late lunch or a very, very early dinner. It's kind of a weird meal time because it's at the Bull in Charlbury. And if you are familiar with the Bull in Charlbury, number one, you will know just how good the food is, but also how difficult it is to get a reservation, especially if you're a group of 4. So I just thought I would take what I could get, and I'm going to head there for lunch with my family now. The Bull is arguably the best pub food, I would say, in the Cotswolds. The Fox is also very good, but I do think that the Bull probably does have the edge, and I know that my parents absolutely love their soda bread. I think their soda bread gets a very, very good name for itself. I think a lot of people love it. So we're going to head over there now. I'll show you around. It is such a cozy country pub. Like, the interior is just autumnal dreams, candlelit in some parts, and it's gorgeous. I'm going to head over there now with my family, get myself a lovely glass of red wine. Really in the mood for that today. And they do a really good Pinot Noir there. I honestly think it's the first wine on the list, the Pinot Noir. It's really good, trust me. Good morning, everyone. Another day, another chat from the car, because I am just setting off now to head down to Bath today. I'm pretty sure I said this yesterday, but I went to university in Bath. I went to the University of Bath, and I was there for 4 years, so it's somewhere that I feel very familiar with, but also somewhere that feels like another lifetime, weirdly. It's only about an hour or so from my parents' house, and I'm really in the mood to do some like autumn clothes shopping today. It's something I haven't done actually any of at all so far this season. Actually, I did do a Reformation order, so that's a slight lie. I did a small Reformation order, but yeah, other than that, I really haven't dipped my toe into autumn clothes this year. So I thought we'd go today, get ourselves some lunch. There's a really lovely kind of vegetarian restaurant there that's really nice, so we'll pop in there, get some lunch, get coffee and cake, have a wander around, do some clothes shopping, do some home shopping. Of course, I'm always going to pop into the White Company. Neptune I definitely want to go to, Anthropology I want to go to, and then this afternoon I am going to take my mum to see a village that's one of my favourite villages in the Cotswolds, and somehow my mum, in all the years that she's lived here, has never been, because it's down near Bath. I'm really surprised when they used to visit me at university that they never went and saw this village. Oh, massive hare in the road. Hi, you're so cute. There's so many hares around by where my parents live. So yeah, once we're done in Bath, I thought my mum and I could go for a wander around this village, maybe pop to the pub for a drink. Should be a really, really gorgeous day. I think it's gonna rain, but that's not gonna stop us. The weather is very changeable at the moment. It's kind of rainy in the morning, sunny in the afternoon, cold, hot, windy. I don't know, just really can't make its mind up. But yeah, I'll see you when we get there because I'm having to drive so slowly because the stabilization in this new camera is so bad. These are very similar to my Soho Home plates. I love these little copper cup measures. Okay, we spent the morning doing a bit of shopping. I did get a few bits, but not clothes. I don't think the clothes shops have fully transitioned over to autumn yet. They're very much in their summer sale phase at the moment, so I didn't actually do too well on the clothes front. I think maybe I need to have a look online, or just wait a few weeks until we're fully in the swing of autumn. But I did pop into Neptune and of course managed to find a few little pieces that we can decorate with next week. But like I said, I feel bad not showing you everything I got today, but I know that next week it will just make more sense when I can actually put the bits in their home when I am back in Cheshire. I've just pulled up in Combe. I don't think I ever said the name of it this morning, but the village is Combe. I will say it is very popular. It's a village that I think they filmed quite a few different movies and things and TV series here, so I think a lot of people know of Combe, and also it's just so beautiful that people want to see it in real life, which I totally understand. But the last time I was here, it was kind of COVID times. It must have been before we opened up for travel or something. So it was actually quite quiet. We were very spoiled last time I was here. I was with Kenny, and it was really only the two of us and a couple of other people wandering around. If you are going to visit Castle Combe, maybe come very early in the morning. I feel like that would be a good time to come if you are wanting to kind of see it completely unspoilt without lots and lots of people here. It's so, so beautiful. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. And then Mum and I are going to go to the pub. We're going to have a glass of wine, enjoy what's left of the late afternoon, evening sun. The sun has just gone in, so if you're thinking it doesn't look very sunny, I'm hoping it's going to come back out, although it doesn't look that hopeful, but we'll see. So let's go and look around. Good evening, everyone. It is now officially September Eve for me. Oh, my baby. This is really me coming to you in my natural state. I've not even really looked in the mirror. My hair, A, needs a wash and B, needs a brush. Just wanted to come and have a bit of a chat with you about a couple of things, really. Firstly, I just noticed when I was editing this video that I feel like I hardly spoke to you this week. And that's something I'd actually love your opinion on, because sometimes I find the balance quite hard between when I'm really busy, I film everything that I'm doing, or not really busy, I'm not really busy, but when I'm doing things that I'm busy, I film everything that I'm doing and I have loads of footage of like everything that I'm doing, but then I don't really have time to actually sit and chat with you and properly catch up about anything. But then sometimes I think on the days when I would have time to just sit and like chat and all of that kind of thing, then maybe I'm probably not doing anything that's that exciting. So I don't really, sometimes I find the balance difficult with that, of how much to chat to you versus how much to just show you what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know, maybe you could tell me what you think and what you like, because that's something I've really noticed. Like when I have my home days, I have so much time to chat to you, but then I guess we aren't really doing much. But then, yeah, when I'm down in the Cotswolds, for example, I feel like I'm always out and about and doing things, and then I forget or just don't have time to sit and chat to you. So anyway, that was not what I came on to talk about. What did I come on to talk about? Oh yeah, one of the things I definitely wanted to say was just thank you for being patient with me over the last couple of weeks, because I know I've been a bit inconsistent. And one thing I really try to be is consistent, because I honestly started this YouTube channel, I don't know whether I've ever said this, but when I started this YouTube channel a couple of years ago, my main motivation was how much I love YouTube. Like, I love YouTube. And one of my favorite YouTubers, actually, for years and years and years, she had a schedule where she would post every single Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And honestly, that was my Sunday schedule. Like, I looked forward to that every single Sunday. So I've always just really loved the idea of being really consistent and always posting on Sundays. And I know sometimes I get messages from you saying that my videos are part of your Sunday morning routine, which is honestly all I could ever ask for. Like, that is the dream for me. That's what Rue wants to play. All I ever want in life is just to be someone's like comfort Sunday channel. That is honestly the goal. Just to say that I'm sorry about the last couple of weeks. I took some time off to be in Ibiza with Ella, which was kind of planned, and then I posted on the Wednesday. But then I got so poorly after Ibiza. I think I just picked something up. There's actually almost everyone I know is ill at the moment. I just think it's cold and flu season. But yeah, whatever I had really wiped me out. And to be honest, I still don't even feel 100% now. And I know when I was editing this video, you could kind of hear it a little bit in my voice when I was watching it back, that I still didn't sound 100%. But yeah, last night I felt really poorly still, so I don't know what's going on. And then I had the weirdest thing last night. This is definitely not interesting to you, but the weirdest thing where I got cramp in my leg that just did not go. I had it all day and I could barely walk on Rue's dog walk today. And then I booked in to see a physio, like an emergency physio, because I honestly could barely walk, and then it just went. So I have no idea what that was about. I'm looking a bit worse for wear. I hardly slept last night, and it's just been one of those. Do you ever go through like phases in your life where you just feel like you can't get on top of your life? Because I was away and then I was poorly and then I still don't feel great now, and I've been between here and home, and I've got updates for you actually about just the whole situation with moving and all of that sort of thing. I'll give them as soon as I possibly can, but I'm just waiting until we're absolutely sure about things, and then I'll chat to you about all of that if you're wondering what's going on with the move. I've got hot tea, Rue, one sec. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about, just all things autumn. So obviously this video kicks off the autumn series, which will basically be every single week now until the end of October, and then we'll be into like winter, dare I say it, Christmas content. I love this time of year. What I wanted to ask you is if there's anything specific you'd like to see throughout autumn. Obviously next week we'll do a big decorate for autumn, which is one of my absolute favourite ones. I will probably do like an autumn morning and evening routine. I feel like I haven't done one of those for a really long time. They're quite fun to make, so I'll probably do one of those. But yeah, just anything else and kind of what balance you want between home content, Cotswold content, because I'm between here and the Cotswolds so much at the moment that I can honestly do as much or as little of both of those things as you want. So yeah, just generally, you need a cuddle. Yes, you need a cuddle. Oh, okay, no stumps in the face, please. Anyway, I don't know whether that covered everything that I wanted to chat to you about, but it's all I can remember for now. So I think that's all the updates. I'm obviously going to see Kenny at some point. I'm going in October, I think, to see him. So I'm going to try and film all the cosy content before I go, so that we don't have to have any gaps or any abrupt summer vlogs in the middle of all the cosy autumn vlogs. Hey, have you got anything to say? Oh, you have got something to say. I love you. I love you. Anyway, I'm going to get myself an early night tonight to make up for not sleeping very well last night. I don't even have a bra on, so I'm sorry if this has been, I don't know, just feel like there's a bit of a hot mess right now, and I know when I watch this back I'll look at the background and just think it's probably also a mess. I need to, the whole house, before I decorate for autumn, I need to do a big reset of this house. I've got a half unpacked case from Ibiza. I've got about 1,000 loads of laundry in various stages that need to be either washed or dried or put away or something. I've got a half unpacked suitcase from the Cotswolds. There's just a lot, and the whole house just needs a deep clean. So yes, if you want to know what I'll be doing on the 1st of September tomorrow, I will be deep cleaning my house, ready to decorate. I think I'm going to try and do my decorating for autumn on Monday, because I've got a few bits arriving then, your little monkey. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, but thank you so much for being here. I really hope you're as excited for the cozy months as I am. Please remember to let me know like what you'd like to see, and also just on that point of the balance between chatting to you and showing you what I'm doing and what to prioritise. And yeah, but yeah, I hope you have the best week ever, and I can't wait to catch up next Sunday. Bye guys.
And I wondered how you're always right. it's me.